everyone, and welcome back to Virche Evermore. ErroR Salvation. I don't even know if I'm saying the title right, but I am loving this story, so let's continue on down Lucas's route, shall we? After leaving Nadia, who reluctantly let me go, I headed to the Claude family mansion again, hoping that John would be there. I found him and delivered the homework assignment from Lucas to give to Matisse. I'm really trying to get it. Matisse, who was holed up in his attic study as usual. I watched them from a short distance. I hadn't seen Matisse for a while, but he appeared very tired. He read through the papers word by word. His eyes were dull and blurry, nothing like the brilliance from when he spoke about the drifter. According to John, Matisse has been spending day after day looking up at the ceiling in the daze with an open book in hand.
いかがですか、坊ちゃん。
Poor thing.
リュカ先生がせっかく作ってくださったものです。解いてみてはいかがでしょう。
He couldn't get his revenge. I could hear a sigh of distress. Matisse, I also have a message for you from Lucas. He said there is no deadline, that you may do one question a day or one question a week, so feel free to look it over at your leisure. And if you do answer any of the questions, please let him know that he can come praise you. So that he can come praise you. Hearing the message addressed to him, Matisse's body flinched uneasily.
どうしてそこまで。
Because you're a sweetie. I approached him and spoke with the hope that he might listen. I'm sure Lucas considers you one of his dear students. Aww. Matisse, I don't think Lucas expects you to change overnight. Why don't you rest as much as you want, and when you feel like it, you can give those questions a try. Oh, but I think you should eat and sleep properly for your own sake. One other thing, Eve and the rest of us are worried about you. Yeah. After Matisse's eyes wandered a bit.
ごめんなさい。
Oh, I want to hug him.
それからありがとう。
Aww.
心配してくれて。
You're so sweet. His voice sounded dry, probably because he hadn't spoken in a while, but the kindness in his voice was still the same. Oh, he's so sweet. I talked a bit more about how things were going with Eve and the others, which took quite a bit of time. They were kind enough to invite me to join them for dinner, and night soon arrived.
本当に何から何までありがとうございます。
No problem, man.
あなたと先生のおかげで坊ちゃんが久しぶりに正気を取り戻してくれました。しかも手料理のレシピまでわざわざ書き起こしていただいて、このお礼はいつか必ず。
No need at all. It was a pleasure. I'm just glad to have heard Matisse's voice again. To be honest, I was reluctant to tell him I was looking into Barreau's past. He had been so deeply involved in pursuing him that I had to think long and hard about what this news would do. I ended up not telling him anything as there was no progress, and I didn't want to bring up the topic now that he was recovering. At the very least, not yet. I hope he works on Lucas's assignment. I lowered my head as we said goodbye, partially so Jean wouldn't see that I was holding back any information. I left the Claude mansion optimistic about the small changes taking place. Our poor baby! Those are some interesting streetlights. Before long, it was close to midnight. I walked through the streets I walked through the streets quietly so that I wouldn't bother those who were sound asleep. Maybe I can introduce Matisse to Nadia once he's feeling better. Knowing how bright and charming Nadia was, I was sure they would become friends in no time. Yeah, that would be nice. Eve, Adolphe, and the others. It'd be nice if those precious to me could become just as precious to her. Our girl is so sweet.
そんなの照れ隠しだわ。だってもう何年も前からあなたのことを女
Aw.
性として好きだもの。
Yeah. I felt breathless at the memory of what she said earlier. I never thought for a moment that he might think of anything like that. Of course, I also knew that despite his feminine beauty, Lucas was still a man. He's so pretty. There were times I felt flustered by certain movements of masculinity and gentleness from him. In some ways, I felt a longing that I knew would never be realized. Oh, girl. I had convinced myself that this sort of charm just came naturally to him. That he was simply a teacher who wished to look after all of his students. But what if those kind gestures were based on what Nadia said? Girl, go for it. No. I can't think of a single reason why he would actually like me. Sorry, Nadia. I think you have the wrong girl. Because... girl. There's no one out there who would love death. Girl! If anyone did really like me, then their love would be for naught. Lucas will be 23 soon. Even if he becomes a real liver, he'll lose any affection he might have toward me. That was to be expected in this country. Everyone accepted it as an immutable fact. Oh,
待って、
Matisse!
セレスさん
Hi.
待ってください
Yeah, what's up, kiddo? Matisse? I started to see who it was who called out to me. I never expected him to actually leave his room, much less the mansion after just a day.
よかった
Hi, sweetie.
追いつけたあなたにちゃんとお礼もせず
Oh, you didn't have to chase me down. Thank me? Hearing my response, Baptiste's somewhat sunken cheeks blushed. Oh,
はいその課題届けてくれてありがとうございます僕あの中に書かれた難しい問題を読んだ瞬間初めて見る問題で解いてみたいなって
well, you perked right back up.
あんな気持ちは本当に久しぶりで自分の心がまだ生きてるんだなって実感できたんですそれとこんな僕を心配してくれる人が
Oh, sweetie.
ジャン以外にもいつの間にこん
Sorry, he's just... he talks so slow. Matisse.
ブローのことはまだ割り切れませんでも自分なりにこれから何をしたいのかをゆっくり考えてみます
I love him. He's such a sweetie.
それこそあの課題を解きながら
Yes, I knew that Matisse would be fine now. Trying to comfort or console him at this point would be an insult to his progress. But there was one thing I needed to say. I'm sure Lucas would be happy to hear you say that.
はいいつか先生にも直接お礼を言いに行こうかとでもその先生に
Oh?
なんだかセレスさん似てきましたね
I am?
そうですよ僕を諭す時の優しい口調とか
Yeah, she has that
無理をさせな
disposition.
いところそっくりですもしかしてあなたは教師のお仕事に向いているのかも
Just as Matisse gave me a gentle smile, I'm kind of scared of what's gonna happen. Oh. Jeez. Under the full moon, a beastly roar rang out. Don't walk the streets at night, people. Our gaze quickly moved to a house nearby. The window was polished and clear, allowing us to see the bright light from inside. Ooh. And then it was covered in a red splatter that hid everything from our eyes. Well, someone just got shanked. I was speechless. My mind struggled to follow the quickness of events as they unfolded. I wanted to ask Matisse what was going on, but the thick red coating on the window answered the question before I could ask. In the next moment, something crashed through it and rolled outside in front of us. As it slowed to a stop, it left a trail of blood behind it. Ugh. I discovered that the object was a dismembered chunk of a human body. Ew! What is wrong with this island? Sarah, I don't think we should be here. I think we need to leave before people blame us. Matisse and I were in a complete shock by the amount of blood that pooled around it. Suddenly, a shadow leapt out of the broken window and landed on the ground. It slowly straightened up from where it stood up on the sticky liquid. It can't be. How are you alive? The Watchman of Death said. But the Watchman of Death said. See, I swear he's a clone or a reliver because he had his backups. Right? It's gotta be a reliver that just keeps backing up. Hey kid, you can get your revenge now. The man whose skin should have been melted by acid was now standing in front of us. He's gotta be a reliver, right, with backups? Or clones? Or maybe it's different people? Bro ignored us and drew closer to the chunk of body on the ground. He struck his bare hand through it, grasping at the organ that once beat inside. He pulled his hand out to reveal a whole heart. Ew. It's like a Mortal Kombat fatality. With the force of the pull, a rain of blood spurted out of the body and drenched us. Everyone's gonna blame us now. Bro then placed the heart he just extracted into a strange receptacle attached to his cloak. He then drew out a beautiful dagger and stabbed the dagger through the cavity he just made in the corpse's chest. I really need to know about this character. It's very interesting. Finally, he clasped his hands as if offering the body to heaven. His warped smile reflected off the dark red pool spreading across the ground. Why are you not covered in blood and only I? Why is Sarah the only one covered in blood? I don't think I did it. Or we did it. My breathing grew faster. My pulse was racing. Matisse and I couldn't move an inch. What was that? Who was he? What brought him back to life? He's a reliver. He just came back. What kind of genes did he have? What manner of human was brought into this world? Maybe he's not human, kind of like Anko. I couldn't help but resent his parents, whose faces I didn't even know. It's not their fault. I didn't know he was going to be crazy. I can't. I have people living with me. I can't scream. This situation was much, much worse than when he attacked Hugo or fought Eve and the others. Yeah, because you're alone now. An astounding madness stood before us. Even Matisse, who struggled over his lost vengeance, was now shaking with fear. Instead of cold sweat, it was the blood that splattered on me that rolled down my cheek. Ugh, gross. Suddenly, Bro took one step forward through the pool of blood. The splashing sound struck my eardrums and snapped me out of shock. I somehow kept myself from falling to my knees. I know I said it was Lucas before, but I don't know. It might be Lucas. Matisse, we need to run. Wait, we need to run. Hurry! We need to run. Go now. I forcefully pulled Matisse by the arm and brought him into one of the alleyways nearby. Here's the thing, Perot could easily catch us. If they wanted to. He, she, whoever they are. I don't know, is a man? I think they said it was a, I don't know. We need to find the Royal Guard or the court. Royal Guard can't do crap. A shadow suddenly landed in front of us. That's what I'm saying! I can't run from him. I can't scream. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be quiet, so I don't think there's something in it wrong. Bro raised his bloodied halberd and walked toward us. As he slowly drew it back. Lucas! Hi, babe! Please save us. Yay, it was a roar like thunder. Before I knew it. Okay, so Lucas isn't Burrow. Well, that was my joke conspiracy. And it's gone now. Someone had come from behind me and struck Burrow, knocking him back. The wall... How are you Superman, Lucas? The wall that took his body crumbled from the force. The person who kicked that monster was... Hi, babe. Lucas, why was he here? Yeah, why are you here? Are you following me? Come on, Lucas, you can fight him. Baroque groaned as he stood up. Lucas quietly moved in front of me and Matisse to protect us. Tension filled the air as they faced each other. Dude, you are stronger than friggin' Adolf and Eve. Let's not lie. As it provoked, Barrow slowly moved in when suddenly... Oh, everyone's here. He probably sensed people starting to gather from the sound of the wall crumbling. Like the other night, he jumped up the wall and disappeared into the night sky. Freaking ninja. When he was completely out of sight, the strength left my knees and I finally crumpled to the ground with Matisse. Yeah, I need to... I did a good job. Matisse didn't do anything. He froze. So beautiful! He gently embraced us together. I trembled and nodded as he held us in his arms. Ah! I love you so much. Such a great character. Later. So far. Hopefully he doesn't go completely crazy. I don't know. I kind of want to see him go yandere a little bit. Rail Guard received a report of the disturbance and arrived on the scene. We were taken to the church base used by the Corps. It seems that there were a number of murders in Chittis before the one we saw. Matisse and I both witnessed his gruesome work in action. Matisse was in such a state of shock that he was unable to even speak. Hearing news of what happened, John arrived and took his master home. Poor Matisse. Why'd you let him wander the streets alone anyway? I couldn't stop trembling. Yeah, that would be absolutely terrifying. I would not like that. My mind seemed unwilling to confront what had just happened. When Anko said that this was just the beginning, was he talking about Barrow? When Anne returned to the orphanage earlier, Mother contacted Lucas, who came to the rescue. It had been 3 hours, but I was still sitting frozen at the church. Oh, this girl's had so much. She already had trauma, but she's getting more and more layers. The door slowly opened. My body jolted, thinking that the shadow had returned for me. Aww. Please give me a hug, sweetie. Oh, that beautiful earring. So pretty. Can I just get a hug? Can we just hug? Lucas? I'm calling him Lucas. It's not Luca. I don't care if it's Luca. I'm calling him Lucas. The warm hand that acknowledged me and encouraged me reached out and held my shaking hand. It's okay, you didn't do anything. You're not the one sicking Barrow on me, it's fine. Yeah, it's not like you could see the future, so... I knew who was really at fault. Yeah, he was blaming himself and his expression warped with pain. After a brief silence, I was somehow able to calm my heavy breathing enough to speak. You've done nothing wrong, Lucas. It's my fault. I was the one who stayed out so late. I even dragged Matisse into this situation. Actually, Matisse followed me, so that's not that's not on us. Alka warned me before that the deaths weren't over yet. So I was about to bring that up.
違います。
What? Lucas denied it in a firm voice.
ここで頑張るのは間違っていますよ。セレス君。
Can you just, like, hold us and pat us on the head and tell us to rub our back and say it's okay?
むしろ頑張ったら、
Aww.
私は君が本音を語ってくれるまで叱ります。
Huh?
こんな時ぐらい、君は人のせいにしてもいいのです。
Who am I supposed to blame? Barreau? The royal family? Like who? The Institute?
その程度の弱音ならば、神もきっとお許しになられる。
Instead of tears, something else spilled out. Lucas, I was so scared. My fears were exposed. Yeah, I'd be absolutely. My fingers and lips trembled. If I had died, I would never be able to help you again. Aw. I wouldn't be able to make the children smile with you. I initially became his aide as a way to conduct my investigation, but the heartwarming time spent with him and the children grew stronger and stronger. Realizing how close I was, just wondering what if, I can't stop from shaking.
はい。
Aww. So please, would you please hold my hand a little while longer? I would... Oh, he's holding her hand. Oh yeah, I see. It's all bloody. I would want a full-on hug. Don't just hold my hand. I need back rubs and head pats. I still can't believe that I'm alive and that I was able to see you again.
君が望むのなら、いくらでも。
Aww.
あんな恐ろしいものを前に、生きることを諦めないでいてくれて。
Aww.
君が無事で、本当に良かった。
Please do not make me cry, Rao. I really... Why was he like this? Why did he dote on me without a second thought? Because he likes you like his sister Nadia said. Being with Lucas makes me forget that I'm the sinful death. Hey, that's not on you, man. Death is a necessity of life. Rao had revived from the dead, and with him, the murderers. During our previous operation, his name was circulated among the people in order to aid with his capture. No gag order could erase what was known. The news that he revived spread quickly and sent everyone into fearful unease. Well, yeah, when you literally have the technology to revive people, he probably has backups upon backups. Like, probably has like a full-on hallway of clones of himself. They're just sleeping until he dies. I changed to a new, or they're all awake. There's just like 6 or 7 of them running around. I changed it to a new set of clothes that Adolf brought from the orphanage. I hope I took a bath and got all that blood out of my hair. When I rejoined them, I explained everything that I saw.
死ぬような思いをして退治したフローが生きていた。
They're cute little French-looking
悪夢の
uniforms.
再来だな。まさかお前の調査が実を結ぶどころか予言になるとは。
Honestly, I just wanted to uncover his identity.
分かっている。規格外なのは間違いなくあっちの方だ。あの日の遺体は確かに回収したし、リライバーとして蘇ったのかな。
That's what I'm saying. Maybe he was already a reliver.
他にねえだろう。国立研究所が把握してね、違法のリライバー施設でもどっかにあんじゃねえのか。
I mean, possibly.
とすると、俺たちの管轄外だな。後でシアンにどうにか連絡をつけねえと。
Alright, let's contact our
なら
bro.
それは俺が
Shion.
担当するよ。
Okay.
それで、あの坊ちゃんとセレスはこれからどうすんだ？
Well, Matisse would probably stay at home for a bit. He's probably not doing well.
顔は見てねえとはいえ、ブローの犯行現場をバッチリ目撃しちまってんだぞ。 確実に口封じとして命を狙われる。
Maybe
下
I
手した
should
ら施設にいる
not be at the
子供たち
orphanage
や
then.
シスターまで巻き添えだ。
Oh no. Yeah, I should probably move
ひ
out.
とまず一刻も早く彼女の周囲へ警備を敷くのが最優先では。
I'll stay with you, Lucas. I'll stay with you.
ならマティスと一緒に自警団の詰め所か町外れにある俺の家でしばらく寝泊まりするか。
Either works. I don't want the children to be harmed, so if you don't...
その必要はない。
What? The church door slammed open and the Royal Guard soldiers who recovered the body walked in. They all looked horribly pale, probably from witnessing the gruesome crime scene. Yeah, we were there. We saw it happen. Even so, they tried to maintain their swagger as they strutted over to us. I can just imagine. One of the soldiers brought out a familiar scroll and spread it open for me to see. The parchment succinctly stated that the king was indignant by the murders that occurred near the royal residence. As such, the gag order was completely lifted, and all forces would seek to capture or kill Barreau at once. See, they don't give a crap when it's affecting their little peasants. But once it actually gets too close to home, then they give a shit. And it's still like that today. They don't care until it's in their neighborhood. Stupid little... To that end, the two who had witnessed the crime were likely to be his next targets. Were declared to be the baits for Barreau, and not to receive any protection or security. You're really gonna... Really? Matisse? Really? You're gonna do that to Matisse? Adolph's expression went cold. Eve chuckled bitterly.
やっと重い腰を
Are
上げ
you
たと
kidding
思っ
me?
た
We're
ら
bait, but we can't have people around us? That doesn't make sense.
とことん腐ってんな。
You should
うちの
have
国は。
you should have guards around us to like jump Barreau when he shows up. Yes, the country sucks. Welcome to everyone's country. Hugo muttered in a low voice that could not be heard by the royal guard. Well, we didn't have the right to go against the royal proclamation. However, we'd only agree under two conditions. We didn't want the children to be put at risk, so I would be moving elsewhere for now. Lucas's house! Lucas's house! Yes, yes, yes. Anyway, minimal security would also be in place, though not at a level to deter Barreau. After discussing our next steps...
後でジャンにも確認を取るけど、マティスの家には俺とヒューゴが居候して警護に当たるよ。
So does that mean that Adolph is going to stay with me and Lucas?
では彼女の警備はアドルフ君が担当？
いや、この衛兵からの命令で
I'm staying
俺
with
は
you,
自警団
Lucas.
に詰めて
I'm gonna
連
braid your
携や
hair.
団員への指示に当たることになった。
We're gonna do face masks. We're gonna have a sleepover party. We're gonna have a pillow fight.
じゃあどうすんだよ。普通の団員じゃあのブロー相手に10
Never
秒
did
も
any
持
of
たね
that shit when I went to sleepovers. We watched horror movies and ate popcorn
警備ならばそこのリュカ・プルー
and
スト
then
に命
passed
じれば
out.
いい
That's
だ
all we did. Interrupting our conversation was a royal guard soldier we only just met. As Adolph and the others stared at the soldier, I could almost hear them thinking, what are you talking about? The new topic of our discussion stood still with a serious look on his face. Saying that Lucas wasn't saying anything, I slowly raised my hand. May I ask why an ordinary citizen would be endangered too?
なんだお前たち自警団と関わりがあるものだというのに何も知らないのか。
He's Lucas? What?
戸籍調査をしたところリュカ・プルーストはシュディからクーネに移り
Oh,
住
that's
んだ
why he's
元この衛兵を
insanely
父に持つ
strong. Wait, no. Does that make sense?
自警団の先代リーダーの息子だぞ。相応の訓練を受けているに決まっている。
Oh, that's why. Okay.
たしなむ程度の護身術であれば
I'm not that
確か
strong.
に教えを受けてはいますが
Make them... He's smart, man. His voice was clear in the silence. Make them underestimate
Huh?
you. The three slowly turned toward Lucas like rusted cogs.
息子師匠の
Oh, the dad's still... All right. He's still alive. I forgot.
嘘だろ。
おやてっきり承知の上で 私と
It's like,
交流
what?
し
I
てい
don't
た
look
の
like
か
my
と。
dad? What?
長い間絶縁同然の状態だったので詳細は把握していませんが、私の父は確かに亡くなる前に
Oh, he's
自警団
dead.
のリー
Okay.
ダーを務めていたと
So he
噂で聞きましたよ。
trained them, and that's why they're stupid strong. But he's his son, so he's like ultra stupid strong. Okay.
はあ、嘘だろ、か
今
けらも似てね
You go, I love you.
え。どうやったら2メートル近くもある筋肉男の遺伝子からあんたみたいな男が生まれんだ。
He looks like his mom.
つかあの人、あんたとは違って性なしだったぞ。
Because he doesn't have one, only Lucas does.
シュディ出身の人間は自警団に入れないので黙っていたのでは。
Oh. Responding to Hugo's questions slowly revealed Lucas's relationship with the previous leader of the Corps. It was then that I realized Adolphe and Eve had been unusually quiet. Why did he talk about? He never talked about having a son. I turned around and saw Adolphe and Eve shaking lightly, having broken out in a waterfall of cold sweat. What?
ああ、先代はな、自警団全員が束になってもかなわねえぐらい
Oh,
と
she's
ん
one
で
of
も
those
なく
guys.
強い男だったんだよ。特に直接弟子として取ってたこいつらには厳しくてな。
But he didn't become a reliver? I would think a person like that would become a reliver.
泳げないだと。
Oh, Bernard.
民の治安と安寧を守る兵に明確な弱点があるなど言語道断。
Jeez.
今から放り投げてやるゆえ沖から自力で泳ぎ帰ってこい、アドルフ！
Oh, he sounds like a dick. As a shield. A soldier should be.
イブ、お前には素晴らしい剣の才能があるが、
I'm gonna throw you
今
into the
は持久
ocean.
力に欠けている。よって今から獲物なしで3日間飲まず食わずで斧を手に負う私から逃げ切ってみせろ。
You can't. That'll kill your stamina if you don't have carbs to make energy. Oh, poor Eve. I can only
こ
imagine
れよ
being
り
his
も犠
son.
牲を開始する。イブ、アドルフ、二人揃って私を殺すつもりでかかってこい。
I guess I still do this in the military, at least the Marine Corps. I was told that they throw like fake weapons around, like fake knives, and it's a mock battle.
私もまた
At least that's what I
お
was told.
前
I
た
don't
ちを
know.
殺すつもりで
He might have
指導してやる。
He might have been lying to me. I wouldn't put it past him, honestly. I have too many friends with too much shit stories. Oh my gosh, this guy. Like, no.
死んでもおかしくねえような特訓を繰り返してたせいですっかり恐怖の象徴になっちまったんだ。
Well, it's a good thing Lucas doesn't look like him then.
私も覚えがあります。父はとても厳しい人でしたから。
That's why you're superhuman. Your dad's
あほら
psychotic.
前に酒場でアドルフがイブを投げ飛ばしてたことがあるだろ。あれも先代から教わった護身術の一つだよ。
The judo throw. Now that you mention it, that was a strange throw. I can only imagine the kind of training they went through to make them so frightened. Adolphe managed to recover and clear his throat before speaking again.
なるほどな。驚きはした
Oh,
が納得はいった。あんたのあのバカ力は先代からの遺伝だったのか。
その説はご迷惑をおかけしました。
oops. Sorry.
隠すつもりはなかったのですが、君の反応が面白かったもので、つい。
I touched the Joy-Con. I touched the joystick. And I went, sorry. No, wait, Adolphe wasn't joking?
じゃあ俺の肋骨を折って心臓を蘇生したのも
It wasn't Adolphe. Yes,
不
Lucas
意
saved
打
you.
ちとはいえ、あのブローを蹴りで吹き飛ばした男だぞ。
Well,
説得力し
I
か
mean, he
ない
did kick him through a wall like freaking Goku.
けどそれなら確かに護衛として申し分ないかも。
リュカ先生、どうかこ
We
いつの
get
ことを
to
頼め
be
るか。
roomies with Lucas. He responded with a perplexed smile.
彼女を守りたいという気持ちは皆さんと同じなのですが、
Let me stay with you. Let me stay with you.
年頃の女性と二人きりで同居というのはいささか抵抗が。
Oh, you're fine.
ああ、教師ならそこはやっぱ気になるよな。
だがこれは勅命だ。お前に拒否する権利はない。
Fine. Lucas, please keep me safe, please. I'm sorry, Lucas. I'll try my best not to get in your way.
いえいえ、
I'll sleep on the
私
floor.
が過敏なだけですよ。
I just...
君自身に抵抗がないのなら喜ん
I'll
で
cook,
自
I'll
宅に
clean.
招待させていただきます。
I'll sleep on the couch. Floors are uncomfortable. I wouldn't be able to sleep.
見ての通り頼りない騎士ではありますが、大事な教え子の命のためとあらば
Dude, you're
精一杯
already
尽
stronger
くさせ
than
ていただきましょう。
freaking Adolf. You picked up all the groceries by yourself. I love Lucas so much. The next day, I prepared everything I needed for my stay and left with Lucas, who came to escort me.
それで今朝になってようやく施設の子供たちが拗ねていた理由が分かったんですね。
Yeah, I guess their opinion of me changed. Yes. I didn't expect them to have so much to say about it. You're upset I'm leaving now? I gotta get away from Milo. He's gonna try to kill me again.
やだー、言っちゃやだ。
What a change of heart.
今日こそお姉ちゃんと遊ぶって決めてたの。リュカ先生ばっかりずるい。
せっかくこれから仲良くしようと思ってたのに。
Shut the hell up, Milo. I don't want to be your freaking friend anyway.
なんだよいつも仕事って。あんたはここの職員だろ。先生や他の施設に取られたみたいで。なんかやだ。
It's hard. It's hard to like that kid. He's very...
こんな時にわがままを言わないの。
I want to say he's tsundere, but he's not, because tsunderes don't usually try to kill the person they like. That kid, man.
今まで素直になる機会はたくさんあったのに、何も
Exactly.
しなかったのはあなたたちでしょ。
She was there for 7 years. Now you little shits want to be friend with her? No. I don't feel bad for you.
出発の直前にごめんなさいね、
It's
セレス。
fine. It's fine.
この子たち、あなたが明るくなってから一緒に遊びたがっていたんだけど、
It's not that we opened up, it's that they realized that she wasn't murdering people.
今までが今までだったから、どう話しかければいいのか
I know,
わ
they're
からなかっ
kids.
た
I
み
need
た
to
い
be
で。
nice, whatever. So it's not like I did anything wrong then. I'm sorry I didn't approach you all sooner. When I come back, I'll play with everyone for as long as you want, okay?
うん。
She made them breakfast and then they refused to eat it. It's not because she was trying to come out. It was of her shell. It's because they're little bastards. I'm sorry.
絶対だぞ。
Milo tried to
Give us
poison
a
us for crying out loud. You don't try to poison someone just because they're quiet and shy. Yes, I promise. Thank you, Milo. I'm not coming back for you, you
し
little
ばら
brat.
くは他の施設から応援を呼ぶか
Sorry.
ら、
I'm
家事の
sorry.
ことは心配しないで。
He's a kid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
無事に帰ってくることを最優先に考えるのよ。
Understood. I'll be going, mother. Hi! And here I am now.
実に微笑ましいではありませんか。
Yeah, at least the kids developed and realized that they're being little brats.
これは何が何でも無傷で君を施設に返さなければ責任重大です。
We headed not toward his house, but down a road heading to the hospital. The reason was so we could explain to Nadia what happened. I needed to be kept secret, especially from a security standpoint. Lucas had been visiting Nadia daily to inform her of everything that had happened that day in their diary. So instead of writing lies into something so precious, we decided it was best to simply let her know in person. Are you sure it's okay for us to visit Nadia when I'm Barreau's target? You don't know if you're his target. When I expressed my anxiety, Lucas responded with a worried look on his face.
王家からはいつも通りに生活するよう命じられているので、
Yeah, it
も
would
は
be
や
weird
日
if
課
you
となってい
stopped
る
all of a
見舞いを
sudden.
取りやめることは難しいかと。相手の行動時間は夜間のみのようですし、つい帰りが遅くならないよう、その点を互いに意識しておきましょう。
But wait, since we go as teachers to other orphanages, wouldn't that put those kids in danger? Understood. Oh no, he only works at night, so that would be fine, I guess. He wanted to see his dear younger sister, but now he needed to worry about the time. Thinking about it now was quite depressing, and I felt bad for dragging Lucas into my situation. I mean... there. I need to know who Barreau is. We at Shion? Oh, hi, Da Hut. What's going on, man? Ah! Sorry.
あれあ
What'd you do?
いけない。入力する数値間違えた。テスト結果が大変なことに。
Stop spacing out. That's dangerous to do as a scientist. His mind had been adrift, and now the data for one of the cloned bodies was etched with random numbers. That's why you... The Hut quickly deleted the history and recalculated the data.
何をぼーっとしている。そんな初歩的なミスをするなどらしくないな。
すみません。ちょっと考え事をしてまして。
He forced a smile on his face and realized the man in front of him was the smartest and most talented man in the country. Seeing him so often must have made him forget that fact.
シアンさん。シアンさんって先天性の病気について詳しかったりします？
He
枠
should.
が大まかすぎる。具体例を
I
出
was
せ。
like, that's a very common thing
さ
to...
すがにそれは
in
聞き出す
genetics.
暇がなくて、自分でそれとなくあれかなって当たりはつけてるんですけど。
So you're thinking the disease that you all die from is a hereditary disease, and that's why you all die from it?
でもだとしたら
Or is he
あの
talking
子
about
は
our character, Saris? Oh no, he's talking about
Tahato-kun.
Nadia.
そんなに小さいのに研究者なの？
I really...
すごいわ。私、初めて見た。リライバーになることをどう思うか。
Oh, he wants to make her a reliver?
やっぱり、長生きできても、大事な愛や元の体がなくなっちゃうのは、怖いわ。もしもよ。私がリライバーになって、兄様への気持ちが淡白なものになったら、
Yeah, that would be hard. I don't think I'd be
とて
able
も
to do
悲
that.
しいと思うの。でも、
But they just need to get...
それ以上に、
They should make Shion figure out
兄
how
様
to...
と繋いだ、
He said he did
こ
it on
の手を
purpose.
失うのは、もっと悲しい。病院の人たちは、リライバーになるぐらいなら、死んだ方がマシだって
I get
言
their
うけれ
point.
ど、最初から諦めるのもおかしくないかしら。ねえ、タハトくん。リライバーと短命、そ
Yeah,
のどっ
off
ち
the
でも
island.
ない。外の国で生きているような、しわしわのおばあちゃんになれる普通の人間になりたいって願うことは、
Oh, nothing wrong
そ
with
んな
that.
におかしいこと？どうして誰も呪いそのものに抵抗しようとしないのかしら。
That is a good point, but it would take a long time. I mean, they're relivers, so I mean, I guess they could work on it. The words of the young girl rang in his head. He had heard many citizens complain about the features of being a reliver, but never once had he heard of someone so remorseful over losing their
お
body.
母さん。
No, Nadia was the second to express it. He couldn't stop himself from thinking about the girl's frail, bright smile etched into his mind. After groaning with his head down for a few moments, Daha quickly raised it again with resolve.
シアンさん。今日僕、早めに上がります。なので、後からお仕事を追加したりしないでくださいね。
Please. Alright, Dot. I knew we needed to explain everything. Still, I was a bit anxious that we were only going to scare Nadia by telling her about the fearsome Barrow.
犯罪者に命を狙われるセレス。それを守ろうとする兄様の同
This
棲
girl's
生活。
this girl's gonna romanticize the crap out of this.
なんてロマンチックなのかしら。まるで絵本に出てくるお姫様と騎士様の恋物語みたい。
She's so freaking adorable. Oh my gosh.
ね、大丈夫だと言ったでしょ。
To have that romanticism and optimism. It was quite obvious that my worries were for nothing when I saw Nadia's sweet angelic smile. She just wants her brother to get with you. But after her excitement settled, she finally gasped in realization.
二人が一緒に暮らしてくれるのは嬉しいけれど、命を狙われるなんてやっぱり心配だわ。
Me or him?
絶対に死なないでね。
Okay, no, I
怪
mean,
我もしないでちょうだいね。
I'll try to keep us alive.
外に出るのも危ないなら、私のお見舞いにだって無理して来なくてもいいのよ。
Okay.
新しくできたお友達もいるし、カプシーヌ先
Yeah,
生
she's
だ
friends
っ
with
て
the hut.
話
Right.
し相手になってくれるから。私、我慢できれば、きっと。
Perhaps she was saddened by her own words as Nadia's voice took on a quieter tone. If I hadn't even said a word about it, and she made the decision for herself. Aww. She's so sweet. Hugs. Lucas gently stroked her head.
まったく、思ってもいないことを言うものじゃありません。入院したばかりの頃、夜が怖い、寂しいとぐすぐす泣いていたのは
But now she has friends.
どこの誰でしたっけ？
それはずっと昔の話よ。私はもう大人だもの。しばらく兄様たちが来ないぐらいで、寂しく、なんか。
But I'd be lonely. Aw. I like how cute you are, Nadia, so if possible, I'd like to see you every day. What about you, Nadia? Would you really be alright if your brother and I stopped coming to see you? No, I didn't think so.
できないわ。
She's like,
寂
no.
しくて寂しくて、死んでしまうかも。私にとっては、兄様やあなたと一緒に過ごす時間が何よりも大切な宝物だもの。
I'm happy to hear it.
久しぶりに子供らしいことを言いましたね。今日の日記にしっかり残しておかなければ。
Cute.
自分のことを書かれるのはなんだか恥ずかしいわ。
強がって嘘をついた罰です。甘んじて受けなさい。
Accept it with grace. Nadia growled with her cute voice, but I could tell she was actually happy.
でも二人とも息ぴったりでびっくりしちゃったわ。兄様はよく頭を撫でてくれるけれど、どうしてセレスまで一緒に？
Lucas and I looked at each other with a puzzled expression. Our eyes naturally moved toward our hands on top of Nadia's head.
これは
Ah!
面白い奇遇ですね。
I guess your habit rubbed off on me. I continued rubbing Nadia's soft hair in unison with Lucas.
兄様以外の人に撫でてもらったのは
Aww.
久しぶり。
This route's too sweet. I feel like
高い。
doom is coming to approach at any moment.
本当の家族になったみたいだわ。
Are all the routes like this? His route is too nice for this game. This game feels like it needs to be more doom, so I'm really scared. It's too lovey. We gently placed the bed sheets over Nadia as she slept so that she wouldn't get cold. Lucas and I sat next to each other near her bed and watched her sleeping face. I never expected her to fall asleep while we were rubbing her head. It's actually very calming.
私の妹はまるで子猫のようですね。
Feels very nice. Nadia mumbled some words in her sleep.
あ、いた。ゆかさん。
What's up? I turned around at the sound of the door opening and saw a nurse in a white robe peeking inside.
カプシーヌ院長が大事な話があるとあなたを探していましたよ。
I'll stay here.
仕事で手が離せないそうなので、今からお伝えする病室まで出向いていただけますか？
わかりました。
I wonder what he needs to talk to you about.
おそらく病院で行っている授業の件かと。次回の訪問時期をまだ決めていませんでしたから。
Okay.
では少し席を外します。
Sure, I'll just
その間
sit here.
ナディアを見ていただいても。
I'll probably take a nap. Sure, we'll see you later. Just gonna close my eyes and rest in a chair. After gently stroking Nadia's head, he followed after the nurse and left the room. What a sweet brother. He's so... I love him, which makes me really nervous. I continued keeping watch over Nadia as she slept soundly while the sun began to set. That's not good. We need to leave. She's so cute. I can look at her for hours. Kind of weird, but I get it. If I weren't involved in a dangerous incident, I would gladly look after her for hours on end. Without realizing it, I moved closer to Nadia and whispered in her ear as she slept. I'm so sorry that I'm dragging your brother into my own problems. I'll do my best so that we can come and visit you without worrying about as soon as possible. I'll make sure Lucas won't be involved in this for much longer. She asked me not to die or get hurt. Oh. Remembering Nadia's kind wish, I made a promise even though I knew she wouldn't reply. Unless she can hear you. I had no intention of waking her up, but... Nadia's eyes slowly opened.
セレス、兄様のこと
Oh, she's so
幸せに
cute and sweet.
してあげて。
Okay. Huh? She must be half asleep. Nadia mumbled the words as if she was dreaming of me.
兄様はいつも私のことばかり。私の入院費を稼ぐためにたくさんのお仕事してて。
Oh,
自分の幸せなんて
that's why he's in a little
考えない人
cute
なの。
apartment.
趣味だって私のための日記用の記録ぐらいしか。
Oh. I knew he was handling a lot of things by himself, but her words made me realize why he continued working even when he had his coughing fits. Nadia.
私本気よ。短い間でもいいから。
Oh, she's such a sweetie. So sad she's sick, though.
優しいあなたが
Hmm.
兄様のお嫁さんになって
I can be his wife for 6 months and then he'll probably pass away.
本当の姉
But
様に
that's fine.
家族になってくれれ
Oh,
ば
she's so sweet. I love her. Which probably means she's gonna pass away because every character I really like dies. A single tear rolled down my cheek. I'm sorry, Nadia. I'm deaf, so your wishes. Something I can't agree to willingly. Don't tell her you're deaf. Why are you saying this out loud? Why? It's the worst thing to say out loud. You never say that out loud. Oh, Lucas. My mans. After leaving my younger sister in her care, I was led to a room without any patients. Oh, that's sketch.
容体が悪化している。
I knew it was something like this. I quickly stood up from the seat upon hearing his sudden words.
そんな
What have you been...
バカな。ついさっきまでは彼女とあんなに楽しそうに話していたんですよ。
あくまで表面上はだろ。ナディア君は団らんの時を壊さないよう苦しいのを必死に我慢していたのではないかね。
So sad.
本来なら喋るだけ
See,
で
this is what I'm
呼
talking
吸器が
about.
ひどく傷んでいたはずだ。
I See, I told you, whenever I really like a character, they die. Like a side character, a secondary character.
弱音や苦痛を隠すことを得意とする。君たち兄弟は本当にそっくりだよ。
You should stop liking side characters. Oh my gosh. I could only stay quiet at the doctor's words. He was right that she was very strong and could bear any kind of treatment, even if it caused her pain.
だが痩せ我慢にも限界がある。このままでは内臓にまでひどい機能障害が起きてしまうだろう。
I could see... Ugh.
それを未然に防ぐためには。分かっているね。
Wait, what?
リュカ君。
He patted my shoulder and smiled gently. What? I knew more than anyone how trustworthy his eyes were.
はい。
What's going on?
ああ、そうだ。何を焦る必要がある。
What's...
この程度の危機、今までだって乗り越えてきたじゃないか。
What does he do?
先生とあのお方さえいれば。
Are Barreau clones of Lucas? Wait, I'm still
ど
going
んな
back
状
to its
況になっ
Lucas.
てもナディアの体は持ち直すはず。
So what does he do? If so...
兄としてできることを
What...
精一杯頑張ればいい。
What is he doing though? Like what?
急がなければ。
Since she had little freedom, I needed to give her as much happiness as possible. In order to do that... I mean, it would make sense if the Barreau's clones of Lucas, because Lucas is so freakishly strong. She said if she had died, she would never be able to help me again. I wasn't long for this world, but she still worried about me. The face of my dear student came to mind. For some reason, my chest ached terribly. Lucas, you are a puzzle wrapped in an enigma. Is that what it was? Puzzle wrapped in an enigma, wrapped in a mystery. Well, I'll come and see you again tomorrow, Nadia.
夜にはまだ早いですが、おやすみなさい。
Bye.
ナディア。
Be safe, sweet dreams, sleep tight. He bent down to give a gentle kiss on Nadia's forehead after she awoke from her nap.
ええ、おやすみなさい、兄様。
Nadia did her best to move her head so that she could kiss his forehead too.
セレスもまた明日
I will. See you
どう
tomorrow.
か気をつけてね。
Bye, sweetheart. I will, thank you. Please pray for everything to be resolved soon. After tucking her in again, we left the room together. Bye, Nadia. Bye, sweetheart. Stay alive, please. Nadia watched from her bed as the two of them departed side by side like a married couple. Oh, her poor thing. She began to cough as soon as they left.
兄様、私の体調のこと、
Of course he
きっ
does.
と気づいてたわよね。
He does it too. It was obvious since he decided to leave an hour earlier than usual.
でも、そんな無茶をしてでも、
I'm...
私は兄様や彼女とお話ししたかったのよ。
If pressed to make a choice, Nadia would easily choose spending time with them at the expense of her comfort. Yet, her body didn't entirely agree. It never does. Even if she wanted them to stay longer, the oxygen she needed to stay alive was a source of suffering, triggering her coughs. A frail soul who wasn't allowed to be selfish. Oh, I love her so much. I feel so sad. Just as tears rose to her eyes from frustration about her circumstances.
やっほー、ナディ
Right
ア。
on
約束
time.
通り遊びに来ましたよ。って、どうして泣いてるんです？ もしかしてリライバーの僕と一緒にいるとこを誰かに見られて意地悪されちゃいました？
I love you, Dahat, but I'm still kind of concerned because you're. But anyway.
ダハトくん。違うの。
Young man she befriended only recently quickly handed her a handkerchief. Nadia took the handkerchief, but she was in no state to dry her tears yet.
さっきまでね、兄様とセレスがお見舞いに来てくれ
You
てたの。
just missed them, Dot.
兄様？ああ、ナディアってリュカさんの妹さんなんでしたっけ？あの二人、今は一緒に働いてるんだとか。
Dahat was amazed by how everyone was connected after first hearing how Ceres and Nadia met. Yeah, it's 6 degrees of separation, especially in a small island community like this. But why would she be crying about something as happy as family coming to visit her? Just as Dahat was about to ask that question.
兄様と彼女がね。
So I'm like, yeah?
どんどん仲良くなってくれるのは嬉しいの。
Yeah, but he's gonna pass away in like 6 months.
うん。
He didn't know what she was implying. Dahat decided not to ask her his question and simply listen to her. Nadia continued to mumble in a quiet voice.
でも体が弱くて
Aww.
この病院から離れられない私は
There's so many cute little cinnamon rolls that need hugs in this skit story.
二人の幸せそうな日常を日記や言葉越しでしか知れない。
At this point, Dahat deduced that what she was trying to say. Tears continued to flow as Nadia continued.
できるなら私だって
Well, she's
こんなベッ
lonely.
ドの上じゃなくて兄様たちのそばで
Oh, our poor girl.
その幸せの中に溶け込みたい。寄り添い合う二人をこの目で見たい。
Nadia rolled up her sleeves with shaking fingers. Dahat almost gasped when he saw how thin her arm was.
見てこの細くてろくに動かない体。
Oh yeah, because she's wearing that baggy nightgown.
私は兄様たちと一緒にいるための努力
Stop trying to make me cry
直すた
again.
めに頑張ることもできないの。
I'm not gonna give in and cry.
だって私生まれてからずっと生きてるのに死んでるから。
So if she became a reliver, would she still have this disease, or would she be cured? That's my question.
変なの。今までは平気だったのに優しい姉様ができた途端に
Aww. She needs a hug. Give her a hug, Dot. Dot was speechless. Hearing her earnest desire made it hard for him to say anything in response. From a researcher's standpoint, her body was too weak to bring her wish to fruition.
ダート君私せめて一度でいいから少しでも長く兄様たちのそばにいるために頑張ってみたい。
Not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. As long as possible. Oh my gosh. Ah! Right. Dot finally knew what she meant by that. Something even Ceres didn't notice. Not a single word of consolation came to mind. She say that she'd get better one day, but if he lost to his emotions and consoled her with empty words, he'd probably kill himself for being so irresponsible. I'm not gonna cry. Okay. Well, I know I said it before, but thank you for taking me in. I'll sleep on the couch. It's fine.
はい、こちらこそ。ベッドはぜひ君が使ってください。
I had to see the full thing. Okay. Look how cute he is. Okay.
生
something
活
on.
する上で何か不便があればいつでもお申し付けを。
Look at his arms. He's got some muscle in there. Anyway, sorry. Alright, let's continue on. Thank you very much. I'm sorry to bother you like this, but let me repay you for letting me stay by handling the cooking and daily chores.
それは楽しみです
Yeah, I'll be
ね。
the maid. It's fine.
君の手料理は絶品ですから。あの温かな料理をしばらく食べられるという意味では不謹慎ですが、ブローに感謝。
You're so beautiful. Okay.
いえ、失言でした。やはり君を怖がらせてしまった
Yeah,
罪の方が
we kind of got
はるか
traumatized
に重い。
again. Seeing his concern made me feel relieved. I mean, I am traumatized, but thank you. After all, it didn't feel right for me to borrow the bed of the master of the house.
でしたら私と共に寝ますか？
You sneaky man. I like how you think. Sneaky? I could only nod in response as his smile made it hard to determine whether he was joking or not. In any case, I prepared a simple soup and sandwich dinner for us today. After our meal, I helped him spread another set of bed sheets on the sofa he would be sleeping on before I headed to bed. Oh! All you have to do is put a pillow between you. It's not that hard. Whatever. I can't sleep. It's past midnight now, nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't manage to sleep since my heart was racing anxiously. Why? He's on the couch. Is he up? My body jolted from the rustling of the wind. No matter how many times I tried to go to sleep, images of the tragedy that occurred in the alley revived in my mind. Yeah, that's called PTSD. Tragedy that was caused by the supposedly dead Barreau. Fear struck me when I could feel his malice back then, and I still couldn't get that fear out of me. But why did he stop that one time when we told him to stop? What should I do if Barreau came for me the moment I closed my eyes? What should I do if Lucas was caught in the middle and killed? I can only imagine the worst scenarios. I turned over in bed without a sound so that I wouldn't wake Lucas, but... Oh, he's awake, probably. The bed shook slightly. Curious, I raised my face from under the bed sheets. Hi, Lucas. Lucas, who should have been asleep, had his back against the bed. Next to him were piles of papers, and in his hand was a fountain pen to write with.
眠れるようになるまでそばにいます。
Just cuddle with us. It'll make her feel safer. That'll make me feel safer. Anyway, words sounding like a whisper to himself.
私がここにいる限り君は絶対に大丈夫です。
Oh.
セレス君。
Freaking love you. I could see now. I sniffled a bit. I sniffled a bit. Like I said before, you don't need to spoil me so much, Lucas. But thank you very much.
何のことでしょう。目が冴えてしまったので課題の採点に取り組んでいるだけですよ。
You're sneaky, I love you. You've got a lot of papers there. After more time passed, I finally fell asleep around 3 in the morning. He actually stayed next to me until I fell asleep completely. I kind of want to see him... I'm scared of his bad ending. I'm really gonna say. I don't want to get it. A few days passed. We continued our visit with Nadia and held classes at the facilities, but nothing had changed. I mean, as for Barreau, he hadn't caused any more deaths, nor had there been any additional sightings of him. I still couldn't shake off my fears and kept waiting up in the middle of the night. That's called trauma. Each time Lucas would sit next to me on the bed until I could fall asleep. Just let him cuddle you and sleep on the bed. Then, one night, as Lucas and I were going through our homework gathered from the orphanage to be graded.
おや。
What? The transmitter we borrowed from the core to maintain communication rang softly.
はい。 こちらリュカです。
Did they finally locate Bro?
あ、先生、セレスもそばにいるのかな？
Obviously, it's where I'm staying. Eve, but thank you.
俺たちからかけるのは初めてだな。元気にしてるか？
Oh, it's just okay, so check, wellness check. Eve, Hugo! Heard kind, familiar voices from the device.
クロード家で何かありましたか？
I just want to talk, I guess.
はい。忙しいアドルフに代わって、俺たちから状況と情報の共有しますね。まずマティスですが、あの日からずっと部屋の中にこもってます。というよりも、前より症状が悪化していて、
Well, can you blame him?
信頼するジャンの呼びかけさえ聞こえてない状態です。
ありゃブローに怯えてるってより、奴との本当の実力差を思い知って絶望してるって感じだな。
Well, yeah, he wanted to kill him and get revenge, but then that was taken from him, but now he's back, and that's kind of a shock, and now he's stronger than ever, and at least he doesn't know what to do. I don't blame
自分じゃ
him.
どうあがいても叶わねえってあの一件で悟っちまったんだろう。
Yeah, that would be kind of scary. That's horrible. And just when he was finally able to leave his room.
こればかりはね。
Yeah, I'd be kind of
俺
holed
も
up in my
手料
room
理を
too.
差し入れたりしてみてるんだけど、
それにも限界がある。先生、事件が解決したら坊ちゃんに面談でも何でもしてやってくれ。俺たちとジャンジャン、もうお手上げだ。
もちろん私にできることでしたら。ひとまず今は無理をさせず、最低限の食事と睡眠をとってもらうことだけを考えてあげてください。
Our cute little Cinnabon is trapped in his room. I could tell Eve nodded beyond the transmitter confirmation. They then continued talking about the Reliver technology used to bring Burrow back to life. According to what Shion said when they finally got in touch,
リライバーの生産技術はこの国立研究所が独占している。他に一切の例外はなく、俺が許さん。
but what if they stole it?
だがブローがリライバーとして蘇ったと仮定すると、この研究所に所属、あるいは過去にしていた
That's what I
何
mean.
者か
Like
が
maybe it was someone who is an ex-employee that stole some of the blueprints or something.
廃棄予定だった古い装置を
Yeah,
盗み
that's-
出
yeah.
し、どこかで悪用している可能性が最も高いだろう。
Where there's a will, there's a way, and usually it's an illegal way. Those were his thoughts on the matter.
ならばブローに協力している者が国立研究所の中に。
That could be it too.
断言はできないけど、ひとまず怪しそうな人物を一通り洗
Unlikely
ってくれ
does
る
not
そう
mean
です
not possible.
で、そのブローにあの晩殺された被害者の一人の身元も分
With
かった
so many employees. Suddenly, Hugo stopped for a moment. I could tell he was gathering the strength to somehow force himself to continue his sentence. What is that?
リライバーの実業家だな。一人暮らしで配偶者はなし。いや、厳密には過去にいた。前に施設へ乗り込んできたドニって子供の父親だ。
Why did they say Dennis? Sorry. I'm never gonna get over that mystery. They're saying Donnie, and they put it as Dennis. What localizer did that? Sorry. I'm sorry. Huh? You're kidding. You mean him?
セレス君、しっかり。
Lucas quickly held my back up as I started to feel dizzy. I didn't know him well, but he was someone I once spoke to. Just the thought of someone I knew being killed made me want to vomit. Hey, maybe it's a good thing Donnie didn't go with him, because Donnie would have been there.
君を怖がらせる
I'm
だけ
very
だ。
confused about the killing.
でも当事者である以
Everything
上は
Barreau related
伝
confuses
えな
me.
いわけにはいかなくて。
まあさすがにこれはあんたが呼び寄せた不幸じゃねえだろ。
This is really well
単にあいつ
written.
の運が
just
悪
to
かった
say.
だけだ。気にすんな。それに悪い知らせの後はいい知らせが続くってのがお決まりだしな。
おや、何か朗
I
報
was
が
like, what's the good news? Shouldn't you have led with that, maybe?
はい。今回の件を受け、 シアンさんも最低限なら支援してくれると言ってくれて。
I guess that's nice. I mean, he is a higher up, so maybe.
万が一ブローに襲われた時に備え。
So do we get free relivers? Is he gonna upload our brains to the system?
おとりとなっている2人と警護担当、それから接触が多い
Ah,
関係
free but we
者
have
無
to
償で
go.
リライバー化の権利を与えるそうだ。
But we need to go upload our brain, don't we?
Eh?
Then that meant if someone dies, then he'll revive the person into a reliver?
バックアップを取るために
Ooh,
なるべく
I
早
like
く研
this
究所に
deal.
来いって。
It's a good deal. Oh, Lucas
俺た
doesn't.
ちは周辺の夜景を担当している団員とマティス、ジャンを連れて行きます。
That's a great deal. That's most people spend their entire lives trying to make the money to get that.
あんたらの場合、該当する関係者はシスターと、あとはあれだ、先生には毎日会ってる妹さんがいいんだっけか。せっかくタダなんだし、
I
連
don't
れて行
know.
ったら。
I don't think Lucas wants
結
to.
構です
Yeah, I was like, I don't think Lucas will do it. The cold voice stopped Hugo mid-sentence. Hearing their surprise on the other end, the teacher calmly continued.
私とあの子は使い捨ての命など望まない
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to say that don't like relivers when Hugo is one.
リライバーになどならない
Before Eve and the others could say anything, he quickly turned off the transmitter.
リライバーにだけはならない
Lucas? About what you just said. Did you say what I think he did?
騙すような真似をしてしまい
Alright, he
申
doesn't
し
want
訳あり
to.
ません
Yeah, I kind of figured he would say no. With that, Lucas reached out to a locked bookshelf. He then took out a familiar book.
私とナディアはたとえ短くとも
Oh,
人として生き
he's part
人
of
とし
that
て死ぬことを望む
cult.
反リライバー団体エクソシスト教団の信徒の一人です
Well, I kind of figured since you're working for the church where they go and your sister's in the hospital run by the head of the anti-reliver group. Just, I kind of figured, man. In a new chapter. Lucas! Anyway. I want to see him more in his PJs. They're awesome. He looks so good in them. Nadia and I were born to reliver parents who lived in Chittis. One a former royal guard, the other a teacher. My parents acknowledged each of their strengths as proof, married in a way that made them like sworn friends. They weren't in love, but they were born, so I assumed they got along. But we were born, so I assumed they got along. And we too got along well as a family. When my mother... Sorry. When my younger sister Nadia, who looked just like me, was born, I was happy that I was about to cry. But then I didn't have any particular thoughts or prejudices about relivers. I simply assumed that one day we would be like our parents and continue to revive forever. But your parents didn't revive forever. But that thought changed when I became a witness to a certain incident in Chittis. It was at that time when Nadia, who was born weak, was admitted to into a hospital yet again. Went to the marche nearby so that I could find a gift that I could take to her. It was then that I saw a friend who was known as a brother who pampered and loved his younger sister in the same way that I doted on Nadia. But one day he became a reliver. And there I witnessed him brutally beating his beloved younger sister to death. Oh my gosh. I went pale seeing not only the brutality but also how he changed. That is so sad.
騙された。リライバーとは延命じゃなく、偽物にされることじゃないか。
That's horrible. That hatred and disgust I felt then was the source behind why I came to deny relivers. Yeah, I would. I get it. But unlike me, my parents had blind faith in reliver technology. Around 8 years ago, Since Nadia was born weak, every doctor who examined her told us that she could die any moment and didn't even look into it further. My parents therefore opted to extend her life by turning her into a reliable. But she would be stuck at that age. Like, they can't grow up. Oh my gosh. It would be like Interview with the Vampire. God, what was her name? And then she freaking lost it because she wanted to be an adult. And she was stuck in a child's body for like ever. That was such a good book and good movie. I don't really like the TV series, but it was such a good book and movie. Yeah, I'd go freaking crazy. You can also think of it as that baby doll from the Batman animated series. She had a genetic disorder where she couldn't grow up, so she always looked like a child, and it drove her crazy too because she wanted to look like an adult woman, and she never could. It was one of those sadder episodes too. And then she got together with Killer Croc later on, but anyway. Oh, so sad. But Nadia, as young as she was, sensed what it meant to become a Reliver. She vehemently refused my parents' proposal. I too prioritized her choice, and after extending an extended argument after argument, they were going to force it on her? I thought they couldn't do that. I ran from home with her on my back to find a way to cure her for good. So sad. I mean, not everyone loses their emotions. Hugo seems fine. I hope he's fine. I don't know. Maybe he's secretly psychotic. I don't know.
その数年後、私はバックアップ
Isn't
を
she
取
like
らない
12 or
ままに
13?
両親が亡くなったことを風の噂で知りました。
But why didn't they have backups?
悲しくなかったといえば嘘になりますが、
I'm confused. Why did they choose that if they were so into Relivers?
リライバー。偽物となった彼らに会わずに済んだことは良かったと。
I took a sip of the warm milk Lucas made for me as we sat across each other. What he just told me was so shocking that I wasn't sure if I understood him correctly. But what did I know? What I did know was, you have no plans to become a Reliver. Does that mean that you have a year, no, maybe only a few months to live before you die? His days were numbered.
はい。
I don't want him to die. He confirmed it in a calm voice. Oh my gosh, I'm tearing up again. Stop it.
残していくナディアのことはカプシーヌ先生にお任せしているので大丈夫だと思いますが。
But then she's gonna be alone. Well, I guess she won't be alone, but... Ugh. I couldn't just shout why. The truth that he would die soon rang through my head like clanging metal. No, not just him. His parents wanted them to extend their lifespan to be like becoming Relivers. Wait, Nadia too? He has not expressed his sorrow. Why hadn't I noticed? I never thought of what it meant that Nadia spent every day and night at the hospital.
あの子が抱えるのは呪いとはまた別の
Maybe the Hawk could
名
figure it
前も
out.
ついていない
He seems
不治の
interested.
病。
Okay, now I'm getting to the... He said that the symptoms were similar to those of the curse, but with a big difference. The disease prevented her muscles from developing and she couldn't even stand. Her bones were rotting from the inside and her organs required... The organs required for breathing and eating were having functional problems. Oh my gosh! Complications also put her at risk for dying from even the common cold. The technology from this country was unable to cure her, and her speaking was already a miracle. So even if she continued to receive medical treatment, it wouldn't be for long. He ended his explanation by sadly saying she faced discrimination from the unusual nature of her illness being so unlike the curse. It's so sad. Horrible. I never knew she was fighting such a disease.
ですが
That's why she's in
何
the
も兄
hospital.
弟
What
と
do you
も
think
ど
she
も
had?
全てを諦めているわけではありません。
He said it as though to recenter himself.
少しでもあの子が長く生きられるようカプシーヌ先
But what are
生
you
と共に
doing?
打てる手は全て打っていますから。
I know he told him to do something, but what?
仮にリライバー化でその病気が治るとしても、ナディアは絶対に受け入れないでしょう。
I mean, there's no necessary guarantee that she wouldn't. That was because that she would lose her feelings for her brother.
私たちは互いへの親愛を忘れないため、人として生きて死のうと誓い合いました。この国に生きる人々からしたら、私たちの決断はさぞ愚かなのでしょう。
I am trying really hard not to cry.
ですが、失う痛みすら感じられなくなるよりも、
But does Hugo not feel love then? I'm confused about Hugo.
たとえ短
Is
く
he
と
just
も
faking it?
私たちは人として生きていたい。
I know some of my vision was blurred. Yeah, me too, girl. I'm trying really hard. Before I knew it, tears fell from my eyes into my cup, sending a splash into the air. Ugh! I don't want to cry either. I'm not gonna cry. Oh, I was so stupid. I had brought misfortune to everyone and learned how precious life truly was. Yet, I simply assumed that one could just back themselves up to become a reliver. Well, not everyone wants to. I saw dear life that could be lost, but not life that could be revived. I assumed those who opted into it could greet a new day without question. I mean, I didn't know what went through the minds of those who treated every second as special. I took a deep breath. I somehow forced the words, "Please don't die," back inside my throat and roughly wiped away my tears away. So then we need to get everything resolved right away so that we can spend as much time with Nadia as possible. I spoke with a shaking voice. I'd personally never seen relivers as fakes before, but I knew I couldn't convince them based on what he just told me. Yeah, that scene would definitely... I'm trying not to cry. That scene would definitely make me not want to become one of those. I was probably just trying to satisfy myself, but I wanted to say words that would uplift them, not words of grief of their coming deaths. What?
君はやっぱ
Oh, he's just like, you're so
優
nice.
しい子ですね。
Dude, you should have... I mean, she just turned 18, so I get it, but...
ありがとう、セレス君。どうか私が死んだ後も
I didn't mean to skip.
あの子と仲良くしてあげてください。そして君自身も後悔のない選択ができますように。私は一足先に行き、君の人生と選択を見守ることにします。
I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry. Alright. Alright. That's so unfair, Lucas. You said that with such a bright and happy smile. I'm really trying! Now I can't try to convince you not to die. Ah! I failed! They're coming out! I'm crying, okay. Okay. I hadn't done... Give me a second. Alright. I hadn't done anything yet. He was patting my head gently like before. With each stroke, I forced myself to hold back tears from flowing out my eyes. Ah! I'm trying. Me too! I'm failing. The warmth from the palm of his hand was telling me kindly that I did my best. I knew that it was just his usual gesture, but... somewhere inside me I wanted that gesture to have a special meaning. Girl, he's gonna pass away. Just shoot your shot. I see. Telling him about my feelings would only burden him. No, it wouldn't. This feeling I have must be love. Not a burden. Oh my gosh. Perhaps all the crying had taken its toll, or maybe it was the sleepless nights. After drinking the warm cup of milk, I felt sleepy, so I tucked myself into bed before I even changed my clothes.
Okiro.
What?
Okiro.
What? Is that uncle? What do you what? My mind quickly awoke from someone vigorously shaking my shoulder. I smelled a thick odor of iron. Oh, that's blood. In front of my open eyes was... Uncle! Are you okay? Oh my gosh, our baby's bleeding. Are you okay, Uncle? What is going on? How are you bleeding? Uncle? Watchman of Death from Hades stood in front of me with deep wounds across his body. I assumed he'd forced his way inside. The broken door had large amounts of blood around the edges. Where's Lucas? What's the matter? Why are you wounded? No, wait. You need to stop your bleeding. Wait. Dude, your neck is bleeding. I don't... Wait, where's Lucas? Am I right? Is it Lucas? Escape where? Escape where? Wait, what? Huh? Is he Virche? Was I right? Was my joke conspiracy right? No, Anko! No, my other beautiful boy. I quickly held Anko from falling. Anyway, I quickly held Anko from falling as his consciousness slipped away. I think that's supposed to be stopped Anko from falling? Well, I don't know. The partner I chose, does he mean Lucas? Come to think of it, despite all the commotion, it didn't seem like Lucas was wait, he's not there, he's gone. He's not even there! Huh? Lucas? I looked around the room and saw that he wasn't here. So my new conspiracy theory is Lucas is committing these murders to get body parts or hearts so they could do like a heart transplant or something for his sister, right? And he's taking them from relivers or something, right? Because they're relivers that haven't had backups. And they have a different heart or something, right? Was that what they said? Yes, I already heard this like 2 seconds ago. Am I right? Is he actually Virche? Was I right? Oh my gosh. It couldn't be. Did something happen while I was sleeping? I had been having a hard time sleeping, but I fell asleep tonight of all times. He drugged our milk. That's what he did. He drugged our milk. And the reason why Bro hasn't been active is because we're in his house. He drugged us. A doll from the others immediately came to mind, but the transfer that should be on the table is nowhere found. He took it. We're going outside. I knew I shouldn't move on my own, but sensing that something terrible might have happened to Lucas moved me to action. I can't call for help since it looks like the transmitter is missing. Well, he took it. It's not missing. He took it. Even if I couldn't do anything myself, I should at least go outside and ask for help from the Corps doing their night rounds. I quickly bandaged Anko, however, I could, somehow managing to get him up on the bed. Yeah, because Lucas will love the bloodstained bed. That'll be great. I mean, Lucas, please be safe. Don't leave Nadia behind. I think he's harvesting organs for her. I ran out into the night to search Koan for the person I finally realized I loved. Oh, a girl. A girl. I kept running and running through the silence when I heard the lost transmitters bleeping coming from the alleys. I looked around for a moment to make sure there was no one around. Lucas? I got a bad feeling, guys. I swear if I'm right with my stupid joke, the conspiracy, hoping that my love was still alive, I felt myself draw deeper into the alley. Is he already in the reliver? Is he a lying douchebag that's already a reliver?
先生、セレス、深夜に悪い。もし寝てるなら、朝起きてからこの記録を再生してくれ。シアンから連絡が来た。先日ブローたちに殺された被害者の身元の特定が終わり、今まで不明だった共通点も見つかった。それ
Wait.
はリライバー。
Like, I kind
奴
of
は
figured
研
that.
究所に多大な出資をしてるリライバーを狙って惨殺している。
Oh.
マティスもお前も人間だからターゲットにはならねえだろうが、引き続き警戒を。
Wait, didn't Lucas tell us? Wait. An area red bloomed. Oh my gosh, was I right? I can't be right. No.
神よ、今宵もたくさんの悪魔を浄化し、
Because we
御
knew.
身のもとへと送りました。
But didn't we already know who the last victim was? Or was that just Lucas telling us because he already...
どうか彼らが今度こそ
What?
道をたがえぬ天使として
I was joking.
生ま
I
れ変わ
was
ることがで
joking.
きますよ
No,
う
not
に。
our beautiful boy. I was joking. No.
おや、
Hi, sweetie.
こんな時間まで夜更かしするなんて
But you're always
君はと
cloaked.
ても
But you're always.
悪い子ですね。
No, I'm a good. Don't. But you're always cloaked. Why? No, I was joking. I was joking. Why?
その信託は導く者へと下る。
Have I just played too many of these
偽りの
games?
命を捨てよ。我が意向に悪魔を捧げよ。
I mean, I love romancing the villain, but like, not our boy
故に
Lucas.
彼は部の契約を破棄し、刃を手に取った。
Well, I guess him being a yandere is more likely now.
呪いからも見放されるほど生きながら死ぬ儚い命を救うために。
I mean, I kind of already figured that everyone murdered was relivers. But and that's why he was going after Hugo so hard and not anyone else really, but did he kill their parents then? Is that why they didn't have backups? Is that what happened? Proust's family was given the right to serve in the Royal Guard due to unique circumstances. Our family was known for its strength. Yeah, guys freaking have Hulk strength or Superman strength. Each generation was blessed with muscles so superhuman that they could crush stones with their bare hands. See, it's freaking Superman or Super Saiyan. Or Saiyan. One could easily see that was true just by looking at my father, who was as large as a bear. By Lucas Proust. I keep saying Proust. Took after my mother's feminine beauty, and yet...
また
keep breaking the crap.
物を壊してしまった。
Nearly everything I touched, including walls, could be damaged with just a light tap. That's what I'm saying. It said that he lightly placed his hand on Eve's chest and then he broke his ribs. I was blessed with abilities far exceeding anyone in the Proust family, strength that did not suit my outer appearance. Need to rehydrate after crying so much. Oh my gosh. Those born in my family had a difficult time controlling their strength, and many were unable to live a normal life. Proust family's special training regime was derived from a book purchased from the Drifter, dealing the techniques of a unique martial arts from the Far East. Ah, so they do martial arts. Okay, like karate or taekwondo or whatever. Judo. It's judo. I knew that was a judo throw. Anyway. Applying this training allowed us to properly control our strength, leading our family into employment as soldiers for the royal family. And they were probably the best soldiers they had. But my parents turned their backs on our family's tradition for a particular reason.
リュカ、お前には私をも超える武の才能がある。だからお前は弱く良き者を守れる矛になりなさい。
Because the royal family's a bunch of assholes?
わかりま
Most
した。
likely?
この力、決して使い方を誤りはしません。
Oh, at least his parents seem nice. I mean, you know what I mean. I was born in Chittis. Though we were not wealthy, I was moved to Koen in order to protect the people and maintain public order. But I did not like to fight. It was painful to know that the training I underwent was transforming me into some inhuman beast. Furthermore, I resisted the idea of causing harm to others. You always protect people, though. Get stronger and be able to move so you could protect people. I respected my mother who educated children and wanted to walk the same path she did. I went along with my father's orders and trained to become a soldier while waiting for the opportunity to go against his will. The opportunity rose 12 years ago. With the sister being born? I think she's only like 12 or something, right? A young life was born that day. A girl with hair, eyes, and facial features similar to mine. A normal girl who wasn't given our family's unusual physical strength.
この子は私の元へ降りてきてくれた天使だ。ナディア、私の大事な妹。これから先、何があっても、兄様があなたを守ってあげますからね。
But how I mean, from that day forward, Lucas Prost was the brother of Nadia Prost. My dear little sister.
この子は生まれながらに死んでるよ。
Oh.
生かせば生かすほど金を消費するだけだ。どうしても死なせたくないなら、ある程度育った後に死なせて、リライバーとして蘇った方が安く済む。
She was born with a body completely opposite from that of the Prost families. As if scoffing at my promise to her, every single doctor I met would give the same diagnosis, that she was going to die. In an instant, her breathing would stop. The next, she would breathe again, as if something still bound her to this world. Live, die, die, live. Dying and living again and again. Oh. She had more near-death experiences than life experience. Her disease only kept her alive to die again. She elicited pity and discomfort in others. That was the life of Nadia Prost. But... oh, she's so cute.
私もあなたをこうして撫でてあげるのが大好きですよ、ナディア。今日も生きていてくれてありがとう。お薬をいっぱいいっぱい頑張って飲みましたね。いつかきっと兄様と一緒にお外に遊びに行きましょう。
I love my sweet younger sister who lived her life without regret or despair. Still, how many years had passed since she lived with this unknown disease? It was around then that I realized that Relivers were really about. Of all people, my fake parents were tired of caring for her.
ナディアをリライバーにして救う。
I mean, they sought to make her a Reliver. They said that she would be rid of her disease and be healthy once she revived. Their idea made me sick to my stomach. They're going to ignore all the suffering Nadia went through and turn her into a fake. How could they be so cruel to such a small, precious life, to their very own blood? I couldn't approve of their idea at all.
兄様が大好きな気持ちと兄様に撫でてもらった髪なくしたくないな。
Nadia also refused our parents' idea. She muttered words of defiance even while feverish, so I took her and ran away from home. I believe there must be someone in this country, anyone at all, who would fight to save her life. We moved from one place to another in an effort to escape our parents and look for the doctor who would be our savior. But her disease appeared more serious than the curse that shrouded this country. Just turn her into a reliver. That was the cold-hearted refrain I heard again and again in response to my plea. Not a single doctor even attempted to save Nadia. Worse, not one of them saw her as a form of life in the slightest. Felt that God had forsaken us. Just as I was about to break from the despair of life being seen as something trivial, he found this cult and is now killing people for it. Well, relievers, I guess.
ようやく見つけた。君がリュカ・プルースト君だね。もう大丈夫だよ。私たちと共においで。
Oh, because of his inhuman strength, they wanted to use them.
きっと我らが神がその子を救ってくださる。
神。
I encountered the previous minister of the Society of Exorcists. Ah, the previous one. Wasn't that a woman? I thought it was a woman. He said he was a servant of God and told of a prophecy that Nadia must be saved. Suspicious. Seeing that Nadia was fighting to survive, he quickly led us to his new hospital. At first I was wary of him and his followers, about whom I knew nothing, but a miracle occurred that blew away any suspicion I had against them. He approached a certain reliver who was captured as a criminal. He then gouged his chest and killed him right beside Nadia, who was nearing unconsciousness. Suddenly, after all the other doctors gave up on her, Nadia's condition finally started to stabilize. The minister smiled gently as I stood in shock at the sight occurring before my eyes.
いかがかな？これが信仰の力。
Wait.
神の御業だよ。君の妹は我らが神に選ばれた尊き人間だ。
Wait, so is he saying that killing relivers extends her life, or did he use their blood? I don't...
君が神を信じ、献身を捧げ続ければ、神はきっとナディアにも加護を降り注いでくださる。
But I don't offer myself? So if it's to save Nadia, I'll do anything. But I want to show my faith in your God. I sought salvation from the minister.
簡単なことだ。神にあだなす敵を討て。我らが神は人の魂を模倣した悪魔。
So.
歪んだ性に執着するリライバーの醜い魂が輪廻を繰り返すことでその身を汚されてしまっている。だから君にはその汚れの元凶、悪魔たちを浄化し正した上で天に返す仕事をしてもらいたい。リュカ・プルースト君、我が国の武を司る一門の子よ。どうか我らのために、そして君の妹のためにもその力を振るってはくれないだろうか。
Wait, so okay, so he's telling him. So they're telling him that if he kills the relivers, that they'll extend her life. But how they get her to not? Are they actually true or? I don't know. This just got very, very more interesting. If it meant saving my dear younger sister. Wait, what's the glitching?
我らが
Wait.
神の
What's with the glitching?
望むままに
Are we in a simulation? Is this the Matrix? Is that what's going on? I would embrace any chance of a miracle. Wait, so he kills these... As proof of my servitude, I was to offer the heart of the demons to the heavens and strike them with a dagger as punishment. Ritual purification to show my faith in God. I'm not going to click the glossary, it never explains anything. Since then, if Nadia's symptoms worsened, I would follow the minister's instructions and purify the demons again and again. Each time Nadia would recover and remain in this world. My deeds were all so my beloved sister could live as a human for as long as possible. And for that, I would overcome any trial with the strength of my soul. I think they're doing something to her. I do. I think they maybe gave her something. I don't believe it's because he's slaughtering these people. I really don't. Because maybe it is. I don't know. Because Anko is upset with him doing this. Oh, hello. Oh, hello, outfit.
私が浄化さえ続けていれば
Under the pillars.
ナディアは神が奇跡によって
That is Reliver tech. Look at the wires. And the things. Is he really a yandere? Are those beds? Or are those cattle stalls? Oh no, that's a church. Those are pews. I like this outfit. I like this outfit, by the way. He's so pretty. Why do I always like the crazy one? Anyway.
力ばかりを持て余すこの忌まわしい体に
Wait, are you not actually dying?
こんな使い道があったとは
He must have killed their parents then. I mean, seeing him clasp his hands and offer a prayer to the heavens sent a chill down my spine. Okay, so we're in... After seeing him covered in blood from gouging out the heart of a Reliver. But he always has his hood up. Why is his hood down this time? I lost consciousness and awoke in a dark place with my body restrained. Ah, he's yandere. Okay, well, let's have some fun with the yandere. From the looks of it, it seemed my hands were tied behind the chair I was sitting on. And in front of me, my teacher was talking about his terrifying ritual while Dr. Capchin stood beside him with an air I'd never seen before. Ah, so he was faking that he didn't like how crazy his followers were. He just, okay.
歴代教祖我らに神の声が降りるたび指定された悪しき魂を浄化する神罰の代行者こそがブロー・リュカ・プルースト
But how, what?
処刑とは言えて妙じゃないか
But how was his body, the acid, how, what? Are those clones? What's in the red pillars? Are they cloning him? Dr. Capchin chuckled as his shoulders shook with glee. I could hardly see him as a doctor anymore. In his hand was the heart that Lucas gouged out of that Reliver back in the alley. My head ached and my ears rang, as if denying the sight before my eyes. I wanted to know about Bro, so I'm happy about this, but I'm really... I can't believe my stupid joke was real. No! I'm kind of upset, but at the same time, I'm enjoying this turn. But dang, I must read and play these games way too much if I... Whoa! Okay. Wait. I somehow forced myself to speak, hoping what was happening was a lie. So what about when Barreau was fighting Lucas and when he died from the acid? That, my question.
彼らは教団が用意した偽物です。
Oh, so it's...
マティス君と君が浄化を目撃し、
so there's just...
逃げている間に入れ替わりました。
Oh, so that's why he was weaker. They're like, hey, we could take him. He feels weaker. Oh, that makes... Doesn't make sense that he survived getting hit by a car, though, but...
彼らの素性や素顔は私も知りませんが
They're cloning him without him
な
knowing.
かなかの逸材でしょう
That's what it is. They're cloning him without him knowing.
私が死んだ後はぜひ彼らにこの使命を継いでもらいたいものですね
They're reliving him and he doesn't even know it.
検討しておこう
Because they're a bunch of freaking hypocrites. Watch. They're cloning him and he doesn't even know. Watch. I swear. Everything I was hearing now. The horrors were slowly destroying the hope and I trust I had built within them over time.
それにしても
I like this sort of events.
よ
I
りにもよっ
needed
て彼女に浄化の瞬間を目撃されてしまうとは
so good.
不注意ではないかね
So
リュカ
good.
君
申し訳ありません
Please don't hurt me.
睡眠薬を飲んでいただいたのでしばらくは起きないと思っていたのですが
You didn't touch
予
Anko,
想
did
外
you?
の介入者が
Don't touch her, the pretty boy.
彼女
Please.
を起こしてしまったようで
Things began to make sense. I was so frightened by Barreau from the first night I had stayed with Lucas, which meant my existence must have been a nuisance to him when he wanted to leave to kill the Relivers. So in order to make things happen, he stayed by my side as if to protect me. That warm milk and his gentle reassurance was only an act. I can feel nothing now, not even anger. That'd be pretty depressing.
君の周囲を嗅ぎ回っていたという不死の青年か。しかし、にわかには信じがたいな。私は最後、君が処分する瞬間しか見ていないのだが。
信じられないでしょうが、事実です。
So he knows about Anko then.
私が銅をなぎ払ったそばから肉体を再生し肉薄してきましたから。
My
body shook at the word undying. Dispose, what did you do to Anko?
アンク
Anku? Oh.
なるほど。彼が君の語っていた冥界の番人とやらでしたか。怖がることはありませんよ。君と私を執拗に追ってきた。
But I like him.
死に抗う。私が100に切り刻み、
No!
とある場所に埋めておきま
Okay,
し
I
た
don't
から。
like that development. Oh. I somehow held back from screaming. What probably happened was, after I woke up and sought help, Anko... I'm probably still gonna say Anko. Anko must have chased after me into that alley. He probably didn't stand a chance against Lucas's power. It was then that he died a horrible death. For my sake. It was my fault. So you're going to kill me in the same way now that I know your identity? In response to my despair.
まさか私の大事な天使である君を
I am
浄
his
化するはず
angel.
がありません。
It denied it with such innocence. Huh?
私はよほどの悪い子でなければ人間を浄化しません。
Wait, was he gonna kill Mother then? She's a reliver.
現にイブ君たちと戦った時は
That's true.
傷を負わせるだけに
Which is why I thought he was only
とどめ
killing
ていた
relivers.
でしょ。
Because he was going all out on Hugo, but he was holding back with Eve and the others.
君をこの本部へと連れてきたのは我々の真の目的を教え理解を示してもらうためです。
So freaking beautiful. I love that outfit. True objective? Pepchin spread his arms wide.
では改めて紹介すると
Wait,
しよう。
because Anku, whatever. If he's dead, then he was the one suppressing our death magic. Is everyone gonna die now?
ようこそ我らエクソシスト教
It
団の
really looks like there's people in those pillars. The area suddenly lit up. Oh, hi. A shriek cut through the darkness. Wait. Oh, right, there was the other ones where they were clawing their throats. What are... Is that a broken chandelier? Sorry, I'm looking at it. At the center of a large amount of equipment were followers of the Society of Exorcists wearing clothes just like Capchin. They forcibly pushed one of the men into a large device. They observed him screaming in agony as though they were looking at some object. Ah! I felt like something was strangling me. My scream let out in fear I had been suppressing deep down.
ここは数代前の教祖が病院の遥か地下深くに作り上げた施
Isn't
設
that
で
reliver
ね。
technology though?
忌まわしき国立研究所で行っている 死の呪いに耐えうるリライバーの生産とはまた別に、今ある肉体を強化することで延命する方法を探し、日々こうして研究に励んでいるのだ。
I mean, that's nice, but...
とはいえ、純粋な人間にご協力いただくわけにもいかないので。
Yeah, you'd lose a lot of followers if they found out what you were doing.
私が奪ってきた心臓から血液を抽出し、そこからやむなく悪魔を複製して実験に利用しているわけです。
So they do have the technology to clone, so I feel like I'm right about them cloning him without them knowing.
その副産物の一つがあの病院で受けられる優れた治療。
I guess that's nice. So they were fighting the curse of this land and exterminating the so-called demons. The true objective of the Society of Exorcists and their way of salvation for the people.
どうだい？真の人間が持つ可能性にかけた素晴らしい計画だろう？
You mean, cloning demons. Their words were pure madness. I slowly looked at the sea of blood being used for their experiments. Then I noticed a certain reliver screaming in agony. Isn't that Dennis's father? Yes, he just died. He should have been dead, but he was revived and screaming in agony in a mutilated body. Despite hating relivers, they were creating them simply as expendables for their experiments. Ugh. Anger and disgust rose inside me. That's horrible. How are you able to do such cruel things so easily?
ひどいこと？何がでしょうか？
This is why dehumanizing people is a really bad idea. Because this is what is the end result sometimes. Huh? Lucas didn't seem to understand why I was angry with what they were doing. No matter how loud Dennis's father, or Donnie's father, screamed, Lucas's voice and eyes showed neither guilt nor joy from the reliver's agony. I would have denounced him without hesitation if this had been done out of sadism. But could it be that he doesn't see relivers as living beings? But he preached to me and the children about the sanctity of life, but he doesn't think they're... He thinks they're like dolls. This is so wrong. He's gone insane. He was never sane.
では、先生？いえ、教祖様。予定通り彼女の身は私が預かって構わないでしょうか。
Yandere. Okay.
ああ、君の寿命もいよいよ残りわずか。
Oh my gosh.
最後に悔いが残らないよ
う。He is.
使命はしっかりとこなしつつ、彼女と穏やかな時を過ごすといい。ただし、万が一にも彼女が我々の志に賛同せず、君の正体やこの活動について外部へ漏らすことがあれば。
心得ています。もっとも、彼女がそんな愚かな罪を犯すとは思えませんが。
His footsteps came nearer. Hi, beautiful. You're still gorgeous. Lucas was smiling brightly, then crouched down to my eye level. He cradled my cheek with a blood-stained hand as I trembled with— At least wash your hands before you touch me.
セレス君。
Hi.
神が与えた試練に打ち勝ち続ける。
I will,
私の大事な。
愛
しい天使よ。どうか。この命が尽きるその刹那まで私とナディアのそばに。
But what's gonna stop them from not helping her anymore after you die?
君はとてもいい子ですから。
Yeah. I mean, I was hoping he'd go yandere, but... Oh goody, there's even a cage! At least it's roomier than the dog cage. Thanks, Toma. At least we get a bird cage. I could hear the relievers screaming as the experiments continued, but I was unable to do anything about it and ended up back at Lucas's house. Anko, who had been sleeping here, was no longer around. All that remained were blood stains that could only assume belonged to him. Well. I was gently pushed by the shoulder into a space large enough for several people. There, in the middle of the room, was a large iron bird cage. I mean, it's bigger than the dog cage from Amnesia. So, at least I can stand up. And at least he didn't make me a doll. So, there's that. Freaking yanderes, man. Like, I love them, but I hate them.
逆に私がそばにさえいれば自由に過ごしていただいて構いませんので。
Okay. Despite the unsettling words he spoke, Lucas looked as happy as usual. In fact, I almost felt like nothing had changed. Then we were back to our peaceful daily life. Except I'm in a birdcage. Still.
君が血迷った真似さえしなければ。
His low tone brought back memories of when I saw him with the bloodstains that changed my image of him. Alright, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna end it here. I don't know. Go here. Yay, we're on the yandere route. What a great first route to play. Oh, golly. Jeez, I'm not usually this lucky, I guess. I usually get the yandere within like the second or third playthrough. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Sorry, I'm going on. If there's any games or routes that you want me to play, let me know in the comments below. And thank you again for watching. Bye.